it's story time. In previous video, I was talking to you guys about sharing, the culture of sharing. If you haven't watched the video, please go and watch it. And right now, I have a story to tell you guys. Anyhow, the reason I want to tell you guys the story is because after I watched the Epstein file that actually got me really traumatized, and I will actually advise you, you don't need to watch that. Do not watch the Epstein file if you haven't. It is very traumatizing. And the story I want to tell you guys is that in one of the Epstein file, there's a mom, there was a daughter that was telling the mom, she actually told the mom what they were doing to her. And do you know what the mom's response, like basically what the men were doing, what the older men were doing with her. And what the mom said, the mom was like, you ungrateful child, don't you see that our mortgage is paid off and now we have a new car? You know, are you the only child in this place? You will get used to it. Something along that line. I was like, oh my God. Anyway, let me get back to the storytelling, guys. So this story actually happened. And there's this girl from East Africa. It's it's a real story. It's a true story. She lives with her parents. She has a brother and the only two kids. The mom is very prayerful. The dad is also very prayerful. And her grandma is basically the queen in the underworld, right? If you know what I mean. The grandma is the queen in the underworld. She can basically, and because of that, she did all kind of diabolical things that she believes that her grandma is the reason so many people in her village could not prosper. And also, if you had any argument with her grandma, she will make sure your farm doesn't yield anything. When it rains, it will just rain in her land. She will farm and grow all these things, and then the other in your land, there's no rain. It's dry. You won't harvest anything. And also, she uses people basically. She'll use diabolical thing at night. Whoever the people that he had, even most of the villagers, she will turn them into zombies, and then they will be farming for her. It's like during the day you will say that the farm is, there's grass and weeds and everything, but the following morning it's all worked on nice and clean, and yeah. So that was the kind of woman that grandma was. So anyways, that is one side of the story. But the grandma's elder daughter, who is her aunt, is also into that. But that aunt works with the government. She has very amazing job. Well, why am I saying very amazing job? That's not English. She has an amazing job, and she has connection with, all the celebrities, top artists, and all that stuff, right? So this particular holiday, the auntie came to her house, talked to her mom that, you know what, let's call her Sara. Talked to her mom and asked the mom that she wants Sara to come and spend the holidays with them, because she goes to school, and the aunt says she wants Sara to come and spend the holiday with them. The mom was like, yeah, sure. But when she got there one night, she saw the celebrities, like most of the celebrities, some of them like her crush, some of them were like she adored and all that stuff. The celebrity came to the house, and the auntie had like a very huge mansion. So she was so shocked, and the auntie was so wealthy. They have chefs, cleaners, they don't really have to do anything and all that stuff. But she was so struck by the celebrities that she saw. And then in the middle of the night, all of a sudden, apparently there is a party happening. But then everyone wore red. They were going going into circle on something like that looks like a pentagon. There's candles and everything, very weird thing. And then when she came to peep, and then the auntie's like, no, come, you're part of the family. We are here because of you, blah, blah, blah. And the auntie's like, yes, we saw your star and we want to help you to make sure you become a celebrity, blah, blah, blah. And then she told the aunt, oh, I don't think that is good because, my mom prays. It's like, no, don't worry about your mom. We are here. You see all these people, all these celebrities, they are here for you. You see how important you are, blah, blah, blah. And then they gave her something to drink. She didn't remember what else happened, right? So she woke up the following morning. She doesn't remember anything. She has headache. She's not happy. She called her mom. She called the mom a few times. The mom wasn't answering. So when her mom answered, she tried to tell the mom what happened, and she told her mom that, please come and take me. I don't think this is the right place for me. What they are doing here, it's not normal. Do you know what the mom said? You ungrateful child. You are at your wealthy auntie's home. You need to be grateful. You're going to have the best summer. You have cooks. You'll be eating anything you want. In this house, your dad is struggling. I'm struggling. We're trying to make ends meet. Blah, blah, blah. You should be grateful you're at your aunt. What do you mean? Things are happening and you don't understand. The mom hangs up on her. She calls the mom again. It's like, Mom, I'm very serious. Last night, this happened. The mom is like, okay, if something happened last night, tell me. Of course, they gave her something to drink. She's like, I was given something to drink. I cannot remember really what happened. The mom is like, you ungrateful child, stop making up stories. Your auntie loves you. You see, when she came here, she brought all this grocery, all this gift for us. She even gave us money. Now your dad doesn't have to worry about the rent for the next 5 months. Don't call me again with stupid stuff. You are just hallucinating. You are tired. The mom hangs up. So now she doesn't know what to do. And then the auntie comes to the room, and the auntie's like, oh, who are you talking to? She's like, oh, no, but I wanted to call mom, but I think she's busy. And then the auntie took the phone. It's like, no, you are here for holiday. You don't have to call anybody. And then the auntie told her, whatever happened last night, she said that was day one. They are going to repeat apparently the party, she's calling it party. The party is going to happen again for the next 6 days. So apparently they have to do it 7 times. And apparently what they're trying to do, they are initiating her. They're initiating her into something. And then, of course, and the auntie told her that you need to get ready, we need to go shopping. And then, of course, then she went to her cousin's room, and then she went and told the cousin. And the auntie's son is like, how come there was a party happening, you are not part of it? She's like, no, I don't have the star. And then it's like, what do you mean? It's like, no, they're looking for children that have certain type of star. So they will initiate you to do things today for the demon or something. I think he didn't say demon, the grandmaster. So, and then the girl is like, what do you mean? Because my auntie was telling me I have a star and blah, blah. And then the cousin is like, yeah, you are very important to them because you have the star they are looking for. I don't, even though I'm my mom's son, I don't have the star, but you do. So the one, apparently your star is needed so that the grandmaster can use you for assignment. And then she's like, what do you mean? And then the son is like, you know what, I'm not supposed to talk to you about this thing. Just talk to your aunt. And then he shut the door. So the girl is confused now. The girl is trying to talk to the cooks, they are running from her. She's trying to talk to the chef, they are running from her. So now she's stuck. And then the auntie comes like, are you ready? We need to go shopping. Hold on guys, I'll be right back. Okay? So anyways guys, the auntie sees her on the hallway and tells her, are you ready? We need to go we need to go shopping. And she told the auntie, yeah, I'm ready, let's go. So the auntie took her shopping. And while they were going shopping, they met other celebrities, like, and then where they are, anywhere they are going, people are asking for, to take a picture and all that stuff. She basically felt like a celebrity. And then she told herself, you know what, this is my aunt. She can't do anything crazy to me. She started to talk to herself and all that. She's like, you know what, let me just enjoy the process. So they did all kind of shopping, Prada, Louis Vuitton, designer stuff. And after that, they went and had their lunch. And then, of course, they came home. And then the auntie told her, yeah, we do have some new wardrobes for you to change. You have to go for the initiation 7 times. And then the auntie told her, and then she asked the aunt, what is really happening? Because anytime I wake up in the morning, I don't remember anything. And then the aunt is like, no, you don't need to remember anything. It's really nothing. It's just like people singing and praising you and just, thanking God for your life, something like that. And then, of course, she went again for the second time. So they did the initiation 7 times. And then apparently, their cousin was hiding. Anytime they are doing that initiation, she will hide and be recording. And then the cousin recorded something. And then the cousin, called her one night after the 7 days, obviously. And the cousin told her, you told me you don't remember what really happened, right? And she's like, yeah, I don't remember anything. And then the cousin is like, okay, this is what they've been doing to you. So apparently they put her in the middle of that circle, like that looks like a hexagon. I don't know, six. Is it? Not sure that was 6-sided, with candles and everything. But then she's there in the middle. So apparently, oh my God, the celebrities that are there, they'll be defiling her one after another. Basically, they are taking turns because everybody wanted her innocence for power. And the more they do that, the whatever it is, a spiritual something goes to the grandmaster, and the grandmaster gets power and get all that kind of thing. So anyways, and then since then, and then after the 7th day, and then she was so shocked. She called the mom again. The mom is now hanging up. And the auntie keeps sending money after the 7 days, of course. The auntie didn't tell her that she was going to the mom's house. The auntie went to the parents' house with some celebrities. They brought like all kind of shopping, sacks of rice, milk, because you know that her parents are not that wealthy. So they brought so much money and all that stuff. They just like, oh, we just want to appreciate you, your daughter is very respectful, blah, blah, blah. But the parents didn't know that those are some of the sacrifices that they used on their own child, right? So anyways, at this point now, when she found out that the auntie went to see the mom, she called the mom. The mom was so happy. The mom is like, well, why are you calling me? I'm in the salon. It's very noisy here. I'll call you back. So the mom called. And then she told the mom, I need to tell you something. Something really bad happened. And the mom is like, you know what? I just wanted to say thank you to your aunt. Your auntie was here, brought us money, brought us all kind of shopping, I didn't do my hair for so many months. I'm just left the salon. I'm going to spa. I just finished shopping. The mom is like, it's as if she's disturbing her. And she told her, Mom, there is really something happening in that house. And then it is like, the mom is like, stop hallucinating. I told you your aunt is a very nice woman. And we've already discussed you're going to be going to school with her son. She's already spoke to the school to get your admission. And the daughter keeps saying, Mom, I don't want to be here. Please, I need to come home. The mom is like, no. Because now the mom and the dad, they are seeing like her staying with the aunt. It is the aunt, because her staying with the aunt is a profit for them. Because anytime the auntie visits, gives them money and give them grocery, give them all these gifts, right? So the mom now hung up on her, and then now she just hated the mom, hated the dad, hated all of them, because she's like, these people are doing all these things to me. I'm calling you guys to report, and you guys are telling me it is, I'm hallucinating. So she got upset now. And then, of course, one day they called her and they said the grandmaster has an assignment for her. It is an honor, blah, blah, blah. Because remember, she has always been hesitant of what the auntie was doing and all that. But this time, now that she knows the mom doesn't care and all that stuff, she decided that, yes, please, I want to. So the grandmaster, give me assignment. I'm ready. I'm going to do whatever. So she's just like, you know what? I'm going to get into this. If it's evil, I'm going to get it and do it, since my parents don't care. And then the assignment they gave her is to be causing accidents. And because the grandmaster one day, so yeah, so causing like all this, and so that was her assignment. Anytime she would just go in particular road and cause people will not die, but the grandmaster one day. So that's what, that was her assignment. So of course she continued doing that. She cut off her parents. She will be partying with all those celebrities. They will go to all kind of rituals, crazy stuff. She was just going crazy. She was getting deep into this thing, deep into this thing. And then one day the mom was sick, and then the mom really called the aunties like, you know what, call my daughter to come and see us. So when she got there, she was so upset. She was just calling them all kind of names, cursing them. And I think the mom was crossing the street. They had gone somewhere. She made, an accident. She just looked at the car, particular, the vehicle basically roll, and the mom didn't die though, and all that stuff. And then the mom kind of realized that something's off with this child. So now she went to her pastor. And then the pastor's like, yep, she's under a demonic influence. So she's going to need a deliverance and all that. So yeah, so they started planning, for her deliverance and prayers and all kind of things. And then the day that the pastor was planning, coming with all other pastors to actually deliver her, that was supposed to be her promotion, because apparently she was really good at that job of, causing. And, she was really good at that. The grandmaster is so happy that they wanted now to promote her in the kingdom of, they wanted to promote her in that kingdom. So it was so funny. So then they had to, when the pastors were praying, trying to bring her to God, the grandmasters are also doing their, whatever it is that they are, the diabolical things they are doing to bring her to the other side. So anyways, but after a lot of struggle, God won. She started, saying some of the things that they did to her, saying what really happened and all that stuff. So the mom was so shocked that the auntie was doing that. Long story short, guys, with reference to Epstein files, when your child is telling you something, listen. When they go to a relative house, your best friend's house, your sibling's house, and they are telling you that they are not compatible, listen. Sometimes it's easy to brush things off, because maybe they are going to be away for 6 weeks, and for you it is like freedom. Careful. No sleepovers. Since Epstein file, I'm like, no sleepovers. But the most important thing is, know your children, know your child. Anytime they are telling you something, listen to it and take it serious. Because the world out here is crazy. It's insane. Anyways, I have part 2 of this story, and I'll tell you guys in the next video. Alright guys, see you all in the next one.